Till this day, I wonder, since when do bunnies lay eggs? Welcome back to Thalias Cakes. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this Easter basket cake. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoy dessert making and cake decorating, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button. Before we begin, I would like to mention that this is a collaboration with British Girl Bakes. She made this beautiful Easter themed cake. So please make sure to go check out her video at the end of this video. I will be leaving the link below down in the description box. Alright, let's get started. So I started out with an 8-inch 4-layered cake. To start the carving process, I'm going to place a 6-inch pan on top of my cake to use it as a guide to round out the top of the cake. As you can see, I'm carving this cake upside down because it makes it a lot easier to get like that round shape that I need. And to trim off any little bumps, I'm going to use my sharp paring knife. Now I can give this cake a final coat using my Swiss meringue buttercream. If you would like to see how I make my Swiss meringue buttercream, just leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to make a tutorial for you guys. To smooth out this buttercream, I'm going to be using this piece of plastic that I cut out of a strawberry container. To begin to smooth out the buttercream, you want to start at the very bottom of the cake, swiping up gently, and then after every swipe, you want to make sure to clean off the buttercream off the plastic. Now I can pop this into the microwave. Now I can pop this into the refrigerator for 30 minutes so that way the buttercream can harden up. I can't talk today. Now let's get started on making the basket handle. So from my experience, I would say let this be the very first step that you do when you make this cake so that way your handle has time to dry up. I need to make 2 snakes of fondant, so I'm going to use this metal piece to place into my clay extruder. If you don't have a clay extruder already, I highly recommend it because it will make your life so much easier. I actually will be leaving the link down below in the description box to where I got mine. So check that out at the end of the video. So to get this to stand up, I use floral wire. I brushed on some gum paste glue all over it and I began to wrap the fondant around the wire, leaving some space for the next strip that will go in between. I almost forgot to mention, I did actually mix some Thalias powder into the fondant to help harden it up and dry faster. So make sure you do that. Or just use gum paste. If you're going to use fondant with this mixed with Thalias powder, you might notice that it'll start to like crack up and get hard and dry out. So what you're gonna do is just add a little bit of Crisco to it and then place it into the microwave for a couple of seconds, especially if it's a small piece. Don't leave it in long because you'll have a disaster, okay? And then you take it back out and then you just work it, and then roll it up and put it back into that clay extruder and then you work it again, okay? And just to make this food safe, I'm going to place on some aluminum foil tape at the very ends of the wire. And lastly, I added on a bow that I made out of ribbon. Now I'm going to set this off to the side so it can dry up. Now that the 30 minutes is up, this cake is now ready to be covered in fondant. I'm going to drape my fondant over it and smooth that on real nice and tight and right, you know what I mean? And then trim off the excess fondant. Now to make the basket strips, I'm going to use this metal piece here to place into my clay extruder. First, I'm going to brush on some gum paste glue, then place on the strip, making sure that it is straight. Once that was set, I place on some gum paste glue on top of that strip going across, and then placing on a strip on top of that strip. And now I'm going to glue on another strip next to these strips like this, And then where the gaps are, I'm going to fill it in with another strip. And then this will start to give you that basket effect look. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to continue doing this all around the cake. I'm gonna be honest with you, this took me forever. My hands were telling me, girl, stop, just give up, forget about it. But my heart was like, do it for your subscribers, do it for the views. You got this, girl. Go, girl, go. So I was like, all right, let's get it. And before you know it, it was done, it was over, and I was proud of myself. Before flipping this over onto a cake board, I'm going to cut out a whole piece using this cookie cutter to take off that top part of the fondant. So that way I can place on some buttercream in the middle. Now we can flip this cake over and take off the cake board that's on top and start piping on some grass using this grass piping tip. And finally, we can now start placing on the final touches to make this Easter basket look cute. I'm placing in a chocolate bunny to the center of the cake and placing on some chocolate eggs for some color. Then I went ahead and twisted up 2 snakes of fondant together to add more detail to the top of the basket. And just a little extra sun for the kids, I went to the Dollar Tree and bought these beautiful eggs. And I added in some chocolate eggs to these. And then I also added in these little cute Easter bunny erasers that I also found from the Dollar Tree. Aren't they cute? You guys know I live in the Dollar Tree, right? Like, I'm there day and night. Like, the cashiers, you know, and be like, hey girl, what's up? Like, yeah. And then I started to pipe on some buttercream to the cake board so that way I could stick the Easter eggs around the basket. And lastly, I'm going to add in the basket handle. Look how beautiful it came out. Oh my gosh. Although making this basket detail was very time consuming, I have to say it was worth it. I encourage you to always go the extra mile no matter how tedious it may seem, because a little bit more effort always goes a long way. If you do give this cake a try, please tag me on my Facebook or my Instagram. You can find me at Thalias Cakes on either one. Tag me, please. I want to see your stuff, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and help your girl out. Share it on Facebook or any of your social medias like Instagram, so screenshot it, repost it, whatever. If you're new here, please hit that circle button right over here to subscribe to my channel to continue to receive more awesome fun content like this and like this. And don't forget to go check out British Girl Bakes, part of the collaboration. The link is down below in the description box. Thank you so much. God bless.